What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Rich Homie Monta, man, and I want to give a big salute and shout out to the Progress Report.
Progress Report. Progress Report. News, interviews. Tune into the Progress Report. Keep watching the Progress Report. Tune into the Progress Report. Lalaa, Boss Britt, eXeL. Know when you progress, gotta
The Progress Report.
All right, what's going on? It's your girl Lalaa Shepard.
Boss Britt the most lit.
What's up? It's your girl DJ eXeL.
Okay, man. Today we have an amazing guest here, Rich Homie Monta in the building. Okay. So first and foremost, I want to preface this episode by saying this month, we are highlighting Black History heroes all month long, and just telling Black excellent stories and just making sure that we are doing our part and just helping spread the word for people that may not know, those important people behind the scenes making things happen. So
I really appreciate that.
Absolutely. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for reaching back and all that good stuff. So, man, we definitely about to make some history and have some fun, okay?
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Absolutely, man. So, with the intro, man, I really want you to introduce yourself. You do a lot of amazing things in the community, but I really want you to just tell everybody, man, who is Monta?
Pop your shit.
Yeah, pop
Ooh, man.
Please.
I go by the social name of Rich Homie Monta. Known to most as Monta. I'm born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, Zone 3 to be exact.
Yeah.
I'm a graded baby by way of Crawford Long.
Okay.
Oh, real Atlanta shit.
You know what I mean, man? Man, I'm just one of them people, man, that took. I was raised on love and survival. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So as I was able to expound on life and make it past that threshold of young Black men in Atlanta, I made it past 18. I started to change my life and say, man, what can I do to help my youth even when I was youthful? You know what I mean? Because I was one of them young men that grew up way before my time.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? And I never had a childhood for real. So I started, when I was a kid, I started helping kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got into some rough things when I was 13, 14 years old, got stabbed. You know what I mean? Shit like that. And I'm just one of them humanitarians, man. I am a true Aquarius.
Okay, Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius too. When your birthday?
It's January 28th.
Okay, on the 24th. From the 24th.
Yeah, I'm a true Aquarius. You know what I'm saying?
Happy
So
belated,
inside
man.
of all of the drama behind life, I just been literally fighting for equality for my people, myself, inside of growth, and just pushing the narrative of people being pure, you know what I'm saying, raw and uncut, free of all contamination. So that's me in a nutshell.
I love the
that.
slogan behind pure.
Yeah. Yes, sir, man.
A lot of people, I get crucified for it. Oh, nigga, you think you the realest nigga? I'm like, bro, what
That's
the hell
so
you talking
weird.
about? Like, cause most people associate pure with real, which
You can't.
you punches, it can mean that,
Yeah.
but for me, that's not what it means. You know what I'm saying? Like, you pure, make sure your heart pure. Make sure you free your life of contamination. Make sure you at your rawest form. You know what I'm saying? So I get a lot of backlash from that, cause I hate real niggas.
I feel you.
What you mean?
I hate
Overly real niggas?
Like, I just hate real niggas, cause when I was growing up, it's everything. Oh, I'm real.
Yeah.
And I see real niggas do sucker shit.
Boy.
Every
You know what I'm
day.
saying? So for me, it's like if you starting to try to push the narrative that you real, like, I don't have to tell you who I am, because you gonna judge me and be judgmental of me, and you gonna put a statue on who I am to you anyway. That's what I want. Whoever you want me to be, that's who I'm gonna be to you. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm coming in, motherfucker, I'm the realest nigga, man. You just need to get you a real nigga in your life. Like, I don't like y'all niggas. I don't. Because most of the time in my life, everybody that I seen doing real shit was always doing sucker shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's deep.
So just like love, like, give me loyalty over love.
Feel that.
Because I done seen 3 people that I love get killed by people they love.
Damn, that's
Man,
real.
that
You understand
deep.
what I'm saying? So,
Shit deep, man.
you know.
So at what point did you get into like management and entertainment though?
When Quan, I got deeply into management with Quan. I was coaching Quan in high school for baseball.
I can see him
And-
playing baseball too.
When I was 12, I don't never really tell this story. When I was 12, me and my cousin, we got signed as a group. My uncle used to do music, and he would be around Monica and Luke and all them people back in the day. Shout out Al. And I was just around it, and we was just some young wild niggas. You know what I'm saying? So we used to wear our clothes backwards before like the crisscross time and shit. We used to just, and we was wild. We used to beat up people like we were just young. So they used to call.
Imagine getting beat up with somebody with their clothes on backwards. I'll
Mad
feel,
as hell.
I'd be mad as fuck. I need to beat my ass.
They hoodie right here. Like,
He got a crop top hoodie on, his pants was backwards.
We was some wild young niggas. Like when I say wild, like we was wild. So they started calling us like suicide and shit, like
damn.
psycho and suicide. So one of my cousins, he might be about 45 now. He still carries the name Psycho. But me and my cousin, his brother, they used to call us Suicide 1 and 2.
Oh, damn.
So, you know, carrying that narrative and then having in-laws that was in music. You know, back then they had they record labels. A lot of people know them. Young Ralph was signed to my uncle. You know them.
Like
You know what I mean?
Hey.
Yeah. So growing up around it, I always looked at music and I love music. I was one of them kids that would just take Bone Thugs and Harmony, you know what I'm saying, NWA, shit like that, and I would write all the lyrics out. And when I was elated the opportunity, when Quan first told me he wanted to do music, I shied away from it. I was like, hell no, bro. Like, you want to do music? You want to do that shit? Because all I had ever seen was people's lives diminish.
Heartbreak.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? I'm going to protect you, though. So I went to him, and I was like, you know, I'm going to take you to Unc, bro. Like, and God rest my Uncle Rats. So he died at the club down there at LaCour. He was like, bring him around us, bro. Like, he would push me, like, bring him around. But I was so timid back then, shy. Like, I ain't really know how to talk for real. You know what I'm saying? You had to be in my circle, in my bubble, for me to talk to you. And I took him down there one day, and the rest history. You know what I'm saying? Like, I stood by his side, like, throughout every trial and tribulation he ever went through. We never discussed me being his manager. It literally was, that's my little brother. Like, you know, I was mentoring him before that. So it was like, whatever you want to do in life, I got you. So that put into the situation where everybody who came around that was in music, like, shit, you got to talk to Big Bro. You know what I'm saying? So I just started, I went and took up some online courses. I'm like, let me get myself prepared for this shit. Like, what the hell can what can I do to prepare myself and preparate for this? And I learned a little bit of it, but the hands-on part to this shit, like, I got through in the fire. Like,
That's the only way to learn.
Yeah, a couple weeks later, he came with a contract. Like, bro, he'll read this. I'm like, shit.
look, I know you guys are tuned into the episode, but I need you to like and subscribe to our channel right now. Let's go.
Pages that I read yesterday. Goddamn.
Yeah, like, I had to learn some shit, like, you know what I'm saying, learn quick, and then shit, we went from there. Like, we got a real story, so as people know, we got a real story.
So when he told you he wanted to do music, like, did you like say, let me listen to it and believe in it, or was you just riding for whatever he wanted to do?
And thoughts when you heard his voice as an artist, as
Right.
opposed to just hearing him talk.
Quan always talk fast as hell.
Yeah.
So on a baseball field, it's like, if you know Quan personally, you never would correlate that to an artist. Ever.
Right.
Ever. Just a conversation with him, you won't think you'll know he's smart and intelligent, but you'll never be like, that nigga a rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So me as a younger baseball coach that's like, damn, bro, I want to help kids further this because I fucked up with this. It's like, I wasn't with it at first. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, bro, we gonna keep playing ball. You know what I'm saying? I was pushing that narrative. And then he sent me, like, that's, we talking about 2008. So it's like, he like, bruh, 2007, 2008, he like, bruh, listen to this. So he sent me this MySpace clip, and I go home and I listen to it, and I'm like, I kept listening to it. And I still was like, that shit cool, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga, you talented. And I was forced to just be like, bro, we gonna get this baseball shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's how we are, like, taught, like, if you good at sports, you could take off.
Gonna take off.
Yeah.
Especially baseball.
Yeah.
And
That's
see,
a great sport.
you got to think, I'm coming off of graduating in 2000, 2001. Like, I had my shot, but I fucked it up.
Real. That's real.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hey, bro, I'm giving these kids back, like, literally what I fucked up. Like, I really messed up. Like, it's not too many dudes. Everybody say they talented. Everybody say it, but I'm talented when it comes to any athletics. And baseball was just the one that I took. And you know what I'm saying? Everybody that know me that touch a baseball field will tell you, like, I never had no training. I never had no coaching.
That natural.
I just had natural ability that I started to unravel. But I let the street shit kind of strew me away. Like, man, I'd rather fight than play ball, but I love ball. So I was like, hell no, bro, we gonna do baseball, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then probably like a year into it, he just kept the girls. It was just girls.
Okay,
And
hello.
I'm like, I would go find this nigga like, hey man, anybody seen Quan? Go search around him, motherfucker. I pull up. I'm looking for him, and I always been the aggressor. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, nigga, get your head to practice. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, that shit ain't fun no more. You know what I'm saying?
Girls now.
Yeah, I'm like,
he on some other shit.
like, nigga ain't fun. My whole life
Yeah.
of playing ball, I had to hear niggas in the hood, and I grew up right down the street down here. I played baseball in University Homes, right down the street. John Hope, right here behind us. I played my youth ball with the Hank Aaron Ricky League with these areas. So we hood niggas playing ball. You got to think the certain cats was always like, that shit boring.
Yeah.
So
Especially
now,
baseball.
Especially baseball.
so now I'm hearing him like, it ain't fun no more. I'm like, nigga, where you get that shit from?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we finna do this shit. And then one day I just literally, and I think I said it at his funeral, and it teared me up because I was like, hey, bro, I grabbed him and I was like, whatever you want to do, I'm with you.
That's what's up.
And I got your back, and it's hard to tell a person, and I tell adults, and I tell kids that if you tell somebody you got them, know what the fuck that means.
Amen.
Like when you tell somebody you got them, you got to really have them, because that's a real mental thing that'll go into a person's mind, and they'll feel like they can fuck up because you got them.
Right.
They'll feel like they can always fall because you got them. You know what I'm saying?
Why you not here for me? You
That's
say you
real.
got
Be
me.
here.
That's
Like,
real.
hold
So
up.
I took a lot of shit to have his back. And I had it for 25 years. From 13 to the day he died, I talked to Quan hours before he passed. So that's what got me into management.
Nah, man. And, you know, I read this comment, too, because, you know, we definitely did our research. Shout out to my man Vibing with Vito, too.
guy.
For sure. I already know. One comment said, man, you need a Monta on your team. And, you know, and that's just some real shit. So, you know, we definitely want to make sure, you know, you smelling your flowers from us. We definitely see what you do for the community and just the kids. We don't even know the kids, but you do need a person like yourself to understand and to be that figure, man. And I respect that, man, because we don't have a lot of people like you. So first and foremost, we just want to say that. And so next, what we want to do, we want to get into this pop quiz, man. Got this pop quiz, and hopefully you get the questions right. But, you know,
taking tests.
Britt gonna get us into this pop quiz. What we got, Britt?
Yeah, we're going to test your memory today, okay? So all the questions are surrounded around Rich Homie Quan. Rest
Okay.
in peace, lady.
Rest in peace, Rich Homie.
All right, so the deal is it's multiple choice. If you get it wrong, Lalaa, where the liquor at? Lalaa gonna take a sip of her high
Yep,
noon.
I sure
Normally
am.
she'll have a shot, but we gonna do it that way.
The
And
objective is not to
also-
get Lalaa drunk.
No, it is to get her drunk.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
So I can get
we a
shit
little
wrong
toxic
on
over
purpose?
here.
Right, man.
You
You
feel
gonna
me?
get the answers
The
right. so I feel
toxicity in the
good.
room.
Okay. Now, also, look, sometimes Google be wrong. So
Okay.
anything
shit.
is that I say is incorrect. Correct us.
Oh, you
let
got
us
this
know
shit off
today.
Google?
Yeah, some shit off Google, some shit off ChatGPT. Shout out to my bitch. You know what I'm saying? All right. So first question: what year did Rich Homie Quan release his debut mixtape? Still going in.
We released Still Going in 2012.
Okay, but you don't even need the club, guy. You don't even need that multiple choice. And just take us back to that time. Like, what was that vibe? What was the era? Like, what did it feel like during that moment when this was all spearing up?
That shit was like real, like normal life shit to us, because we was coming off a project that nobody really. It got us a little bit of light, but we was coming off of losing our first CEO. Rest in peace, Teezy. You know what I'm saying? Our first CEO. We was coming off of that. We was coming off of from 2010 up until that. We out here grinding. Quan had then went to jail, got incarcerated, had did a lot of songs with Teezy that we was like, shit, bro, what the hell we gonna do with this? And he was like, I don't want to do music no more, bro. And I was one of the few people he was telling that. He's like, bro, I don't really want to do this shit.
You
no
like, bro.
You don't want no baseball, you want no music.
We in the cemetery walking, and he look at me, him, and Dre. I got a picture of it. It's
That's his
us
brother.
three. That's his brother. Yeah, his blood brother. It's us three. Dre real quiet at the time. He really didn't talk much. And he like, bro, I don't want to do music no more. I'm like, fuck, nigga, we gonna keep doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you tripping. But I understood it, because it's like every time I make one right turn, something wrong happened. You know what I'm saying? So Teezy had just died. This was his lifeline. You gotta think. A nigga told you, he got you.
Yeah.
He put his funds into you. All you had to do is come to the studio and record something that he always asked for. leading up to that, we went on, we pushed for, we put that project out. That project started buzzing a little bit, got us a little buzz. So now we sitting down, we having these conversations, and it's like, you know how it's like you scratch a lottery ticket and every day you hoping that motherfucker say $1 million or 10,000 or something. Yeah. It's like for me, I'm going to work at this point. I'm still on my path. I'm going to work. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing a little hustling, but I ain't never looking at it like I'm going to put my all into something to get something out of it. I never looked at it like that. So it's literally like I'm listening to him like, this shit might work one day, bro. I'm just doing what I love to do. Versus in real life, we sit down talking to Fly, you know what I'm saying? Day, shout out my guys. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we got this music, but he telling us to do this type shit, but we got this music. Yeah. We already got the music. So it's like, let's record a few songs along this path, and then shit, when we put the project out, we had like 3 meetings with Fly. The first meeting I had with Fly was just me, Fly, and Quan. The next one, he brought Day. You know what I'm saying? When he brought Day, that's when the shit started really feeling like to me, like, oh shit. Cause Day is like, he'll never get on camera, you know what I'm saying? But he like the man behind the man.
That part.
And a lot of people gotta know that. It's like, bro was like, me and his mind together, I would pull up with my iPad, you know what I'm saying? And he would look at me like, what the fuck? I thought you were a street nigga.
iPad?
I got an iPad. I got a motherfucking iPad taking notes. So it's like, we dropped this shit in September. You know what I'm saying? BET weekend, we come up with all these strategies. And when you put strategies together, what I like to tell people is if you stay for it, and I'm a procrastinator. So bro wouldn't let me procrastinate. It's like that shit just came full circle. Like that weekend, Fly said some shit like, bro, in 2 years, we gonna be out of here. And I looked at that nigga like, 2 years? Like, nigga, this shit gone. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because by that time, we had already, like what a lot of people don't know, by the time we dropped Still Going In, we was already on the road.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we was doing shows. Like Quan had got his first paid show. It wasn't even me that did it. It was my football buddy that Chevis, shout out Chevis. Chevis from Atlanta had moved to Chattanooga to play football. You know what I'm saying? And that nigga booked us for like $600, $650. Okay. We go up there. Y'all got to think like, don't nobody fucking know us. Yeah. Like niggas know us from the city. I'm more known than Quan at this time. You know what I'm saying? So like no shade, no shot. Like, I'm in the city. I'm more known than my little brother. Yeah. We go to Chattanooga. It's 3,000-4,000 people out there, motherfuckers.
Damn.
We didn't even get to perform. That's how crazy it was. For $650, we got 3,000-4,000 people out here, and these niggas started shooting and fighting.
Oh damn! Of course. See, man.
You know
Goddamn chat.
Of course.
Yeah. 2012 was a year that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that was
So what do you think was the thing that took it to the next level? I know you said like, y'all doing a press during like BET weekend or something. Is it like flooding the streets?
And side note, some type of way, you couldn't go nowhere and not hear it.
Swear to God.
Dead ass.
See, before type of way, you was hearing differences.
Yeah.
True. The difference between
Yeah.
Type of way was that motherfucker. Like,
True.
to answer your question, what elevated us was we dropped.
Yeah.
And it's different. It wasn't no streaming back then. You was going on sales. We did what we call guerrilla promo. We pressed up 10,000 copies. We put them in the street hand in hand. Quan was right there with us, like the artists, like
for free.
For free.
Okay.
Then we went and pressed up another 20. So we got like 30,000 copies in the. Everywhere you go, you gonna see this shit.
That's hard.
So now you moving around, you doing your shows, radio stations, little shit like that. Niggas is starting to doubt you now because they like, oh, he got this differences shit. You know what I'm saying? He got this whole project hard. But what y'all niggas gonna do now? So what elevated it was shit. We reloaded. We did Still Going In, reloaded in January. Yep. You know what I'm saying? We came back. We put 4 more songs on it. Type of Way was on that. We already had Type of Way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Crazy moment that just happened coming into y'all studio. Evan, the white boy that's with Donald. Yeah. That's our engineer. That's the man behind all of Quan hits.
Wow. Shout out to Evan, man. We just
Evan
met
the mother. I call him Evan the Great. You feel me? Like,
so
we met him, and he was able to take acoustic sounds and shit and take Quan and be like, bro, you dope as fuck. I ain't never met no artist like you. And he was a young thrown away engineer that they would be like, oh, just go work with Quan. Like, and he's like, I don't even know him, but I bet.
Yeah.
And we locked in with him, and then we did party, type of way, blah, 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 blah. Like,
What?
you feel me? Like, he's the person that made Quan do the party record.
Party is such a vibe that's still to this.
Shit still go up.
All them songs, but Party is one of the ones that.
Yeah, that
As soon
motherfucker.
as you hear it, bro, like,
I remember
that's
me.
that shit.
she was thinking about that.
I remember Meat, Quan, Uncle, God rest his soul. We lost Meat year before last, 2023.
Damn, man.
Meat was our road man. All us was together.
Yeah.
So I remember Meat calling me like, bro, cause you gotta think I'm the person been with him.
Yeah.
He just getting into the music shit. Quan even know that's his uncle. Like,
Yeah.
niggas ain't know Quan was like that.
Right.
So he called me one day. He like, bro, hey, why you heard that new record Quan just did? I'm like, I done heard everything Quan do.
Right.
Nah, he like, bro, you got this shit called Party, bro. You got to hear this shit, bro. This shit like some boom, boom. He trying to rap the shit to me. So Quan would always put the shits in the email. You know what I'm saying? So I go in the email, I put the song on. I got a little cousin, Darius. Like, Darius a music head. He a street nigga that's a music head. Like, he my double XL. That nigga, he gonna tell me if shit gonna flop or what. He's never been wrong.
Yeah.
Like, he listen to all type of shit, G Herbo, all the shit I can't
Everybody got
listen
a
to.
cousin like that.
Yeah.
I got a cousin like that.
True. Everybody got somebody that's true. That's
That
true.
nigga heard that and type of way, and he was like, hey, bro, your life just changed, cuz.
So you knew right in there, like, oh, if he said it, it's up.
I still didn't believe it.
Oh, you still ain't
To
believe
this
it?
day, I'm sitting here with y'all. I've done double XL. I've done Billboard interviews. I've been across the world. Like, I've done all type of shit in music, and I still don't believe this shit happened.
Yeah.
It still doesn't feel real.
I feel
like,
you. I feel
None
you.
of it. Like, Quan would get mad at me. He'd be like, bro, you too humble. Like, but it's like, in life, I believe in God. I believe in the higher. So it's like, I ain't never let it just go to my head. Like, I always charged it to my heart. Like, damn, what the fuck did I do to deserve to be around this shit? But I've been around it. I've acquired other artists. Quan shit still feel like that. Certain artists I be around, I can feel the moments. But yeah, it's like it's some weird shit to be able to be in the room. And most of Quan's like real hit records, I was right there. I seen the process.
Yeah.
So
That
2012.
That's the first question.
Yeah. Nah, that story, like, just hearing that, it just kind of gave me
Beautiful,
chills.
man. Nah, for sure.
And even the engineer being here.
I know.
That's really ironic.
That's so
Yeah, we got to
random.
salute to the producers on the project too, man. The beat monsters, all them
So
too.
random.
I had a relationship with all them guys.
Yeah,
man. From the
hell
Supreme
yeah.
team
Yep,
to,
them too.
To B-Lean.
Yep.
We used to be at B-Lean house all the time. Shout out B-Lean. Man, you name it on that project. Like, we had a lot of
Classic
DJ
fucking
Plugg.
project,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Plugg was
Salute to
our
Plugg.
real.
Plugg so damn funny.
Plugg was
crazy.
our real, like,
Yeah.
he one of the ones. He one of them ones that when niggas didn't really believe,
Yeah.
he was fucking with Quan.
He was.
Quan had to really introduce me to Plugg because I ain't want to meet niggas. I was really like how Quan was in his last days, that's how I started. Like, I ain't want to meet niggas. I don't care about niggas. I grew up in the street. I ain't gonna call myself a street nigga at this point in my life, but I was that young, vibrant, like, I come from the streets, like, the trauma from that shit. So it's like, fuck a nigga, bro.
Yeah.
All these niggas want something. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really care to meet niggas, but when I met Plugg, like, it was like when Quan went to jail and I was trying to do the project, he was like, whatever you need, bro. And there's a couple other bust ass producers out there would give me like little snippets of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I can gauge shit now. I be like, if you got something that's contributional to someone's success, it don't cost.
Damn right.
So I ran across so many niggas along this path that I had the Quantus Lamar, Rich Homie Quan. And I'm like, bro, just help me out, bro. Like, this shit ain't gonna cost $400,000. Hey, bro, you give me $4,000, I do this. Them niggas missed out on their blessing.
Hell yeah.
Because it's like y'all niggas was being greedy with a camera that you already bought, that you already had. All I wanted you to do is shoot some footage.
Ain't that crazy?
You know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy Carlos. Like, that's my brother that ended up being our engineer that ended up over time when we started doing it. I was like, bro, I got you.
That's real.
He ended up being Quan's videographer. So he ended up reaping every benefit of that, all the way down to being able to do the videos for the funeral to now, like, he has a place in his heart. But you have to remember them people along the path, because some people were paid to be here. No disrespect to them, but it's a lot of people that when we was coming up in this shit, they was really like, hey, bro, whatever you need, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
It's
like,
hard to come across people like that now. That people want
can't
paid
now.
for everything.
They really
It's
do.
like,
What an
I got a new artist that I'm trying, and Evan trying with me, because music is like now like, like I was introduced with bruh, he died. He passed. His spirit be with me at times, and sometimes he didn't even want me working with people. Like he was selfish as hell towards me. He'd be like, "What you doing, bro?" I get in the studio and I'm like, "Damn, I can feel this nigga." Like, damn, bro. Like, hey, go in there and touch him. Don't touch me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
that's all right. All right, next question. In 2015, Rich Homie Quan got backlash for forgetting lyrics during a tribute to which late rap legend?
Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah. So were you there? What was your reaction?
I was the person behind. I was the person behind setting the shit up. So I remember Nicki them calling. They called me first. Hey man, we want Quan to do such and such. I'm like, shit, I love Biggie.
Yeah.
So I know his lyrics. So I called Quan. He like, true story. He said this before. I won't air my brother out. But I was like, bro, they want you to do the Biggie tribute, whatever. He was like, nah, I ain't doing that shit. Right? So I told Nicki, like, I had to make up a managerial situation. You can't just tell motherfuckers no. Right, everybody is personal, and they'll get mad, and they'll blackball you.
Yep.
So I had to make up some shit, and she hung up the phone. Ooh. She called back. She was like, I'm going to get Fendi to call you or whatever. Like, I'll pay him to do it.
What if?
So, of course, to all my young artists out there, please do not be stringed along in this industry by money, because as you can see with Quan, he took the 10. He didn't know the record. He wasn't a Biggie fan. And they told him, told him, because she was such a personal person, like she loved Quan. I remember being in New York, being able to stand on the block in Brooklyn. We at the Aloft Hotel, and she pulls up, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Like, this young nigga from Atlanta, like, bro, Nicki just pulled up by herself, like, in the middle of the street, jumped out, hugged me, I'm like, what the fuck? Damn. Fab, like, shout out Fab. I still got a relationship with Fab. You know what I'm saying? He one of them ones that if I text him, sometimes he'll reply, but most of the time he gonna reply. It's like, that's why he did it. The money, but it still was like, I fuck with Nicki, man. Like, so yeah, I'll take the money, but I'm gonna do it. And they string them along a little bit, like, bro, we're gonna put the lyrics on the teleprompter. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like all that type shit. Like he didn't get a chance. He didn't even know what song he was gonna do prior to it. Nah, he didn't.
When did he find out?
When he got there.
Nah.
No way.
Now that's tough.
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
he didn't know in the preparation to the shit. It's
they
like
try to give him karaoke.
Because I think they had switched which one it was, if I stand corrected. If I don't, y'all don't kill me. But yeah, I was just like, damn, bro. When he never called me and told me, I had to see the shit like everybody else.
Damn.
And I was like, how the fuck? Now I started thinking PR, like, how the fuck can we twist this shit? Like, what the fuck we could do to fix this? Like, and there wasn't nothing we could do to fix it, but it literally tore up some shit for a long time. I didn't know that shit was gonna have that type of effect, but that's just the scrutiny from 2012. Yeah. That was still following him to 2015, to where people was just waiting for him to fail. You know what I'm saying? At something.
Right. And let me, like, why are we talking about that? Because it was like just different moments that I felt like people definitely was waiting on Quan to do something wrong pretty much, because I mean it was a few incidents that we had. Of course, the Biggie situation, just different lawsuits. I know one time he was smoking weed. He had his baby with him.
He was smoking a cigarette.
Oh, a cig. Yeah, people was mad about that. And then I think, you know,
just something about robbing his grandma or something like that.
I don't know about that.
In the lyrics or something like that?
No.
Oh, okay.
And then
you talking about the shit where he said something about the raping somebody.
Yes.
Okay,
there we
go. And then of course the Thug situation.
Said it fast. All that shit is like, you want me to elaborate on any of that?
I want you to just say, like, you know, when you're dealing with these type of moments, like, how does it feel, of course, being a big brother? How did y'all get through, and like, how did that affect him? So
let's go to the first one you said when we were talking about, what was the first one you said?
So the son.
All right, let's go to the smoking a cigarette.
Okay.
All right. I grew up, my grandma smoked around me.
That was normal.
I swear to God.
Drinking.
So you blow out that way. You got the baby this way.
Shitting me. I'm
you right
secondhand crack baby. What the fuck is you talking about? Like, my mom smoked reefer. Like, she would go in the back. Now, to credit her, she would go in the bathroom, but the house reaped. Now at my age, the odor of fucking marijuana. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about that, and let's talk about how our own people will tear you down. Because the woman that pushed that narrative, that called defects and everything, was the same woman that worked with fucking TMZ, that was close to us, that called my phone and called Corey and said, the comment she said, defects gonna call y'all or something.
Oh, that's
Motherfucker,
wild.
you called them people. Like, how does someone get in trouble for smoking a cigarette around their child?
Right.
That's crazy.
When they sell cigarettes in the store, it's legal, right? It's no stipulations on it that say this and that. When half of y'all motherfucking children smoke
It'd be
cigarettes.
fake outrage.
They kids smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
They put their butts down, then they 5-year-old go smoke it.
I did that. I definitely did that when I was little. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
a fact.
that's one thing. And then we go through the lawsuit in Florida. You know what I'm saying, with the security. Like, people ain't gonna talk about the fact that because a nigga think he big, he can rough you up.
The security be on some bullshit a lot of
You feel me?
times. They do.
Like, I have beat up a security nigga. You know who you are.
Yep.
Right? At my age and I would put my hands on niggas when I was on the road, because at first I didn't understand the scrutiny of we gonna get sued. It was more like, if you touch me, because you know you ain't supposed to, your job ain't to be putting your hands on nobody. But you put your hands on him, like, we ain't like that.
Yeah.
Like, Quan winning his shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you want to sue.
Of course.
But the counterproductive part, which we got all that shit beat, but guess what? It still does. And I tell people to this day, like me, just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Because I've put my hands on people, and I've had it's still one video on YouTube now with me putting my hands on somebody that put their hands on us and then tried to sue me afterwards.
Of course. That's
you know what
crazy.
I'm saying? So it's like, I done had a lot of instances in clubs and shit where dudes will do shit and they'll literally just be mad because they feel like we made it. We haven't done any fucking thing to y'all.
Yeah.
And you'll come in and they'll be like, oh, them niggas lame or whatever. And it's like, oh, okay. Believe that if you want to. Like, and matter of fact, just because you think a nigga lame don't mean he can't fight, stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I know some squares that take up jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai, and they gonna beat your ass.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Go run up on Chris Brown. He gonna beat your ass. You think because he can't.
Ain't nobody trying Chris.
Yeah,
we believe it. Yeah.
But street niggas and
True,
this,
true,
they
true,
think,
true.
macho.
Right.
He can sing, but that's just a talent. That's one talent that he has.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That nigga whole blood.
I was gonna say, I believe everything Chris say he gonna do. I believe it.
I sit next to Chris.
Yeah.
Look, Chris tell me we was sitting on the phone. Beat shit out one of these niggas. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hey, his lip do be doing that.
that's
crazy.
it. So, yeah, that's just the part of like being behind all that shit, just to
Yeah.
answer the question and move forward, because I could talk when it's time to talk.
Yeah.
It's very hurtful to sit behind someone you love and someone that inside of love that you're loyal to, and you feel depleted at times. It's like, what can I do to help my brother? But the guidance between me and his dad, because we thick as thieves, you know what I'm saying? We stood behind him through everything he ever went through. Like, and that's just the shit you probably got there is just
That right. This is just public knowledge.
low scale
Yep.
of things. The police brutality, you know what I'm saying? We all got arrested on Glenwood, shooting the video. You know what I'm saying? And the scene at the end of that video, it's at the end a type of way.
Got you.
When you see them arresting us, get on the ground. That's real.
Wow.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Motion Family just started recording when we seen the
Motion
police.
Family, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They just started recording. That's real. They locked all 10 of us up that night and stopped us from doing our show at Club Chocolate across the street, where it was 5,000 people waiting on us. So, like, on some real hate and shit, like, they locked us up, sent us to jail. Quan never got a chance to go 1,000 feet across the street. You know what I'm saying? So being in them moments is like, and I'm always the inside of being hot-headed, the level-headed that knows how to talk. So I'm like, hey, y'all, like, what? It's a gram of weed in the truck. They took all my guns. They took my security guns. They locked all of us up.
That's it.
Every last one of us went to jail to stop the show. And we had 4 shows that weekend. So we had to hurry up, pay lawyers, and do all this type of stuff and get out and then go on the road looking like bombs to go do
Type
shows.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? So we done endured a lot over this time.
I'm sure. And just while we on that vibration, I just wanted to ask, like, would a situation happen when him and Thug like fell out, quote unquote? You know, just people, I feel like fans turning their backs on Quan and the fell out rumors and shit. How was that?
me being a mental health advocate,
and
being a person that suffered from mental health and being suicidal, at a certain point in my life, and I couldn't put my fingers on it at them times when I was going through it to figure it out. Like, damn, what the hell going on? I was blessed in 2006. I was blessed. It was a gift and a curse to have a case with my baby mama, which my daughter's 18 now, but at that time she wasn't born. They sent me to a psychiatrist because the state of Georgia took all my rights away from my child. So I was introduced to counseling. And I started being an advocate for that stuff back then. So now I'm that person that's dealing with a young black man that I'm starting to see. Like, I thought you was strong enough to be able to endure, you know, the picking sides and this type of stuff. And then again, not only that, you got the actual person you love antagonizing you, which that happens every day. You get in a relationship, you leave a person alone, or stuff start happening, they start antagonizing you. People figure out ways to get under your skin. That's what they do. I don't want to say it's human nature. It's more of a devilish act, you know what I'm saying? But watching my brother go through that, like, if I give you my phone and just go to Quan, you gonna be like, what the fuck? Because every day it was like, hey, bro, you that nigga. Like, stop worrying about this. Like, stop. And for me, I'm outside every day, so I'm down there. I'm seeing them. I see these dudes. Like, I got family that's on that side. Like, I'm from Zone 3. I'm around everything. Like, I'm a very neutral party. You know what I'm saying? So I'm literally having to tell him, and Unc can tell he having to call me and be like, hey man, tell Quan whatever going on. Like, ain't nobody gonna fuck with him. Like, so it was never on no violence or none of that type shit. It was more on their personal things that happened. Quan made some decisions that we all know and think that he shouldn't have made, getting down with these people and that people. That's why I tell these young boys, when it come to that gang shit and all that shit, leave that shit alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the people that's in it, get out of that shit. Leave it alone, because you're forced to do certain things at times. And we from Atlanta. I'm over 40. Yeah. So a nigga in Atlanta can't tell me nothing about Atlanta. Like, we ain't do no banging. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We did Zone 3, Zone 4, Zone 1, Project Beefs. That's what it was, whatever you wanted to call that. But if you from this hood and you walk across this street, these niggas gonna whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It wasn't, oh, kill him because he from Pool Creek. It would be beat that nigga up and teach that nigga about coming over here. Cause he don't. And then that was even hard because a nigga like me, I have family in every project. So it's like, I grew to be neutral. Like, I grew up being a neutral party. Like, and then if you put your hands on me, you're gonna put your hands on me. So it was very, 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 very rough in them times, having to watch him go up and down. It was a roller coaster ride. It's like, one day he cool. The next minute somebody done said something, and you can act all you want to, cause Quan would be like, I ain't have my phone in my hand, but I would go to the house, put the code in, go in the house, knew he in that motherfucker, and he'll be in that motherfucker like this. Strolling, watching shit. Right. I don't be in my phone for real. I'm not a Instagram or a social person, as to say. Even with my platform, people be like, "Oh, bro, you an Instagram nigga?" No, I'm not. I'm a nigga that do content type shit. You know what I'm saying?
But like, you're not looking at the comments and on.
I'm gonna read my comments.
He engaging with his shit.
You know what I'm saying? Because I used to be real like, "What the fuck you say, nigga?" Yeah. Now I be like, fuck what a nigga got to say. Yo. You know what I'm saying? But that shit be real. If people don't understand this shit, man, like, the fake pages is somebody you know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit people saying, it came from somewhere. So Instagram has shown me who fuck with me and who don't in my personal life. That some shit? People who don't know me, like, I ain't worrying about that. But in my personal life, it's like, hey, nigga, I'm saying all this great shit. Like, nigga, the mayor of Atlanta want to meet me behind shit I'm saying, but damn, nigga, you ain't gonna repost my shit? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm an Instagram nigga when I'm going all around the world talking. Niggas is paying me to go talk, but you saying I'm doing too much. Right. So you ain't fucking like that. You got a personal issue with me. Yeah. So people don't realize like what social media has done. You know what I'm saying? And shout out Brian Williams, Birdman, because he the one who literally told me in 2014, like, I was sitting around him on a little sofa like that at Dark Studio.
Oh, I remember them days.
And I was like, man, I ain't finna be on no motherfucking internet. Like, I'm a street nigga. Like, I fuck the internet. Like, I move a certain type of way. But I was promoting Quan shit back then, guns and money. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, blood, you smart as hell. Like, you see what y'all doing? Like, in the next 10 years, like, this finna be life. Like, shit gonna evolve. You gotta be able to pay attention to what's going on. Pick your lane, stay in it. I stuck with motivation. Because I was doing it then, but I was posting Bible scriptures and shit back then, you know what I'm saying? And I just stayed on it. And then I started really being conscious, like, you know what, everybody want to try to downplay a person for social media, but if you smart enough right now to understand that back in the day, or certain people could watch TVs, you know what I'm saying? This our new TV. Who the fuck sitting at home watching TV? Like, everybody can see what's going on social media. Everybody making some type of money off social media. You know what I'm saying? So, nigga, when I seen Walmart get on social media, I'm like, y'all niggas fools.
Nah, for real.
And you could just imagine, you know, like how you said, especially if it's your own person, like your own folks, like how much the internet can make somebody depressed. Absolutely. You know what I mean? And then, of course, we all even been through it, not on a platform like him, but like with one negative comment hit you a lot harder than 100 good ones. You know what I mean? And and a lot of people aren't brought up to understand mental health or how to deal with that. So like going through all that, I could see how I'd be like, bruh, fuck all this type day.
When Quan died, a motherfucker commented on my page and said, Quan was a great soul. Like, I can damn near quote this shit. He said, Quan was a great soul. You are a dick rider. You should have been dead, not him.
What?
And I looked at that shit. And when I
kill him.
Nah, that shit broke me.
Yeah, that's
like, who the fuck would say something to that like that to me? And in my mind, I'm like, you wouldn't say that shit in my face. But then I took the shit back and I was like, dick rider. Like, damn, I should have died. Like,
shit crazy, man.
You wish, but I've been through that type of shit. So it literally was like, it hit me for about 5 minutes. I teared up like, damn, somebody think like that? Motherfuckers think like that? And then I just let that shit ride. And then that particular day, I deleted that shit. I was gonna leave it up. But I know what negativity does. So I was just like, because if I leave it up, my people gonna attack you. Like, I got those type of people. But I'm like, you know what? I don't need nobody to stand behind me. I don't need no type of validation from none of that type shit. I was just like, people evil as fuck. So the internet do two things. Like, I hate it because I be like, this shit gave y'all marks, squares, ducks, pussies, fuck niggas, motherfuckers that can't talk, insecure motherfuckers a platform to just have so much open space to be able to take people that are already dealing with things and just keep putting them down.
For real.
And in our community, I said anytime I get a chance to be on anybody's platform outside of mine, we gotta stop that shit. Like, why we want to keep keeping each other down? It don't be the white boys on my shit talking crazy. It be the niggas. Like Kevin Gates say, you know what I'm saying? I say it all the time. I ain't got no pistol on my hip for no white boy. You know what I'm saying? They gon', hey, how you doing? Evan call and text me every other day. The niggas be mad. Well, that nigga think he this, he think. Like, we fucked up. And we show it on social media.
But you know, the sad thing is it's a deeper rooted issue too, because it's like black people and people of color have been oppressed for so long. So it's like, how do we fix certain shit? Meaning, like, because it's like, say for instance, I feel like, you know, you can't. It's no way in stopping that though. It's just
to stop the oppression in your mind.
Because I feel like it's just no way to stop the hate in our community, man. It's just like, you got some people that's woke and that understand you don't have to be this way, but I just feel like everybody's background's so different. I don't know if we'll ever be on the same page, and that's just real.
Our backgrounds could be different, but we all come from the same multiple choice questions.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So you either gonna be rich, poor, poverty. Like, it's at this point we're not oppressed.
Yeah.
So we can think however we want to think. Slavery, I tell the white boy in the mall one time, like, he called me a nigga in front of his child. Oh, hell. Right at Perimeter Mall. And I was young, wild, and I was coming out the door, and he was like, move, nigga. And I was like, I laughed at him, and then I walked off. And my buddy who was with me grabbed me. And I was like, no, let me go, nigga. And I went and I found what store he was in. And when I walked up on him, soon as he seen me, he was like, please don't hurt me.
Oh, man. That's how they always do.
Please don't hurt me.
But
and I was like,
think about
I was like, hey, I ain't gonna fucking hurt you, but apologize in front of your kid.
Absolutely.
Because now you're gonna get your kid
That's
going to
what I
school
mean.
thinking it's okay to call something that she wasn't. First of all, you bitch, you wasn't born in slavery days, so you never experienced it. You don't know what it is. You don't know what it feels like. It's a taught behavior.
Yeah.
All of this shit that we doing is taught behavior.
That's correct.
So me, I've never been racist. You know what I'm saying? I can be a little prejudiced towards
people
shit.
can't
I
be
be
racist.
prejudiced towards my people sometimes because what I just said. Hey man, nigga might try to rob me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I love black people. I love people in a sense, but it's what's in your household. My mama used to always tell me, you better not bring no motherfucking white girl home. You know what I'm saying? And I would
Literally,
be like,
that's black mamas all day long.
but she never talked to me about racism, but she would say certain shit to me.
Yep.
And I'm like, shit, why are some of them motherfuckers fine as hell? Like, I'm gonna fuck with who I want to.
Right, type
You know what I'm
shit.
saying?
Don't bring
Type
her home.
shit, you know what I'm saying? She tell me don't bring her home. It's
Yeah, it's
like,
a difference.
all right, cool then. Now we about to separate our family.
Yeah.
Cause you ain't agreeing with something that I want to do, if that's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Cause in school we was reading this stuff and looking at this shit, but to me it'd be like social studies be like some fiction shit sometimes.
Yeah.
You be talking about some shit that happened in the 1800s. It'd be like, what did these motherfuckers?
They
really
keeping
do?
it alive.
And
so-
it
Yeah,
be-
like
it be
what the
capped
fuck we
to what
even
they be trying to
teaching
put
that
out
shit
there.
for? Why are we teaching that today in 2025?
Yeah.
That shit shouldn't even be in the curriculum. Talking about what your kids gonna learn. Like, nah, they need to be learning the shit that happened from a point to where it can
I
be
agree.
touched.
I agree.
Right.
Because we trying to get away from
Exactly.
slavery, and even though certain people are still enslaved, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's just it's a mindset, and I just don't know if it'll ever be a thing where we will all be on the same page.
Nah,
won't always be on
we'll never be. And I think the biggest thing is to learn and accept that everybody got different perspectives. And it's not your job to convince somebody of your perspective thinking you're going to change theirs.
You might not change it, but I'm gonna tell y'all this. I asked God to let me leave here when I'm 114. I'm gonna keep pushing that shit bullshit till I die.
I did that.
You know what I'm saying? I'll get in a debate or argument with whoever the fuck want to argue about hating and jealousy. Like, hey, let's kill that shit. Like, let's kill it. Hey, bro, you can't do nothing about it. Hey, let's kill that shit. If I could say 10 words, 3 words, 5 words, 20 words, if I can get his kid, adult, or baby 2 hours worth of conversation about, hey, man, how that shit is going to fuck you up and fuck us up, I'm going to do it till I die.
Fact.
I ain't going to never turn a blind eye to the fact that we be hating on each other, because that's all it is.
For sure.
That's how the slave, if you're embodied and you're conscious enough to know how and why racism is even in a thing, it's a thing because they didn't want black people to have knowledge.
Right.
Which is a form of hate and jealousy. That's it. That's what it comes from. You know what I'm saying? So we are carrying a narrative now as black people that was instilled in us, the Willie Lynch syndrome. Take a brother, separate them. They showed it in the movie Life.
Yeah.
They took 2 brothers that did a life sentence together that were forced to be around each other. They put one on the porch and put one in the field.
Yeah.
And them niggas was ready to kill each other.
Facts.
After the fact that they done been together all these fucking years
Yeah.
serving this time. It's the same exact thing. He gonna have something, you may not have it. Don't hate on him for that. Don't want to take that from him. We all got the same exact 24 hours in every day. Just go out here and work for your shit, man.
That part.
You can have whatever. It might not be a Rolex, but it'll be a watch.
That part.
And if you keep working, you can go get you a fucking Rolex.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They stem all different price ranges. The retail companies are smart.
Yeah, they are.
Them motherfuckers start at 3,000
Yeah.
and go to 50,000.
Exactly.
Nigga, just get one.
Get what you
know
can
what
for it, for
part.
real.
Yeah,
you
just
got another
work.
one?
Just grind. Just hustle.
That part. That
Last
part.
one. All right. So, and again, correct me if I'm wrong. Which of the following is Rich Homie Quan's top selling single of all time? Is it A, Flex,
I know this question.
B, My Nigga, C, Lifestyle, or D, Type of Way?
Lifestyle. No, my nigga. I'm sorry.
Okay,
my
here we
niggas
go.
are top selling.
Yeah, 4-time
it's-
platinum.
It's actually 7 times platinum.
7
now.
times? Oh, Google, y'all got me fucked up. Y'all put phone on that bitch. 7.
Let's give my brother his flowers.
Man, let's give him some
type of way is certified, I think, double platinum.
Come on.
Flex is
They
on
love
the internet is 2 times platinum, but it's 4 times platinum, I think now. My nigga, of course, it has. Man, I think it's like 7 now. Save That Money with Young Dicky. I think it's like 4 times platinum now.
Wow.
Blah 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 has certified
Blah, blah,
platinum. Man, he walked through. I think has certified platinum now.
Quan?
Me and Fly was on the phone probably about a couple months after Quan passed, talking, very emotional conversation, and that's what we was going. Because I handle all Quan certifications, so you know, I know.
Hey, my nigga said.
Fuck people.
I'm calling RIAA. They deal with me, Karen, all y'all over there. Y'all send me my shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Which you have to pay for them things, but
of course.
You know what I'm saying? The certifications, I handle them, man.
That's all right.
We got a few on the new project that's probably gonna certify too. So yeah, that was definitely my nigga. That was a real crazy how that record was put together with Mustard. Shout out 1-5, Carbon 1-5. That used to be with Jeezy. That's who put that record together. Ooh. Like he was the A&R. Like Quan come over here, fuck with Jeezy and YG. You know what I'm saying? He actually concocted putting Quan in the mix with that. Y'all need to get Quan to say that shit. So you know, there's other people out here that deserve their flowers that don't get them. I'm always the one that's gonna be giving the flowers. I don't give a damn if I fuck with you or not. If you was a part of the story and the journey, I'm putting it out there to the world. Cause us behind the scenes, man, they be digging holes for us, bro. They be acting like we don't do no fucking work.
Ain't that crazy? And that's why we gotta make sure we highlight the black voices behind the scene because it's like, you know, we all part of teams. You know, we got our own stuff. They got their own stuff, and you know, it's tough, and it's just like, man, people got to be highlighted.
All of y'all work with artists?
No, meaning, so I do work with artists, but like we have the progress support. They have their own situation as well. You know, so just we get it. Just in terms
I was about to say salute all y'all that work with artists. That shit hard.
No, I get it.
I had an artist one time, and that shit was
disaster.
Yeah, to say the least. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard because you gotta. DJ Smallz told me some years ago. He said some shit had happened with Quan. He wanted to do Quan on his podcast. And well, you know, he was one of the first ones to interview, and he wanted to do Quan, and Quan was like, "I'm bigger than that show." Like Quan would say shit like that. Yeah. And I'm the fucking person.
You the cleanup guy.
What you say?
I go to Smallz. I'm like, give me a moment.
Yep.
I'm gonna make shit happen if I fuck with you.
You're damn right.
That's what you got to know about me. Like, I'm a true. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. Like, he just said that, but I'm going to figure this shit out. We had just signed with Motown when this shit happened. So I went to Kadife, eXeL, to the team. They had formed this team called a Bando. So our marketing team, like, now we doing this radio run. So I called Kadife. Hey, we need to make sure we do.
Salute to Kadife, man.
You know what I'm saying? We need to make sure we do DJ Smallz shit, bro. Put that in there. Boom. I got you, nigga. So with Smallz, DM'd Quan about some other shit, and Quan was like, "When you want me to do it?"
And make you look crazy.
That shit made me look crazy. So now I got two artists. Our artists on AL Duo, Quan's artist 365, right? The twins, they signed to Quan, but I'm pushing them. Quan don't really even know it because he's so. Quan never really like wanted artists, but he really loved these guys, and I love them too. You know what I'm saying? The twins, they from Canada. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to do everything that's in my power to still keep this going, but I call Smallz like, hey, I need you to interview them because I know that's going to put a little bit of light on them. And they quiet, they humble dudes, you know what I'm saying? But they've been doing music for a long time. And he was like, I got you. So time passed and he still ain't giving me no date. And I'm like, damn, bro, you ain't have to cap me down. That nigga texted me back and said, I learned from the best. And I hit him back, who the fuck you talking to? Like,
that part.
I ain't never did shit cap in my life, but wear a cap every day. Like,
right.
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Learn from the best is crazy. Like, whoo.
So he was like, as a real stand-up man, he was like, hey, call me, we could talk. Because that shit was about to go left. I called him and he told me his reason, and he was like, I feel like you capped me down because Quan told me yes and you was dragging me. But I'm like, this where people say, and I'm gonna say this on y'all podcast, I don't believe in, you know, hey, what's done in the dark gonna come to the light, all that type shit. If a person is dead and can't speak, then that's the light. That's the dead and come, because somebody gonna say it for them. Always speak your fucking story. Your story, your side of a story ain't gonna never be told if you don't tell it. Where the fuck do people get the mindset that, oh, I'm gonna be quiet? How? Yeah. I'm never letting nobody else tell my story. You could tell your side of the story. But if it come time for me to defend myself, bitch, I'm going to defend myself.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Now, whether we agree on what it is or not, because people don't like to take accountability, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell my story. Him telling me his part, we shook hands. He told me, hey, but you know when you sign up to be a manager, you sign up to eat shit, right? Pretty much. That's what he told me. And that day, I was mad as fuck when he said that shit. And I thought about it. I was like, you right. Because the radio stations, some of them hate me.
Yep.
Some of them love me because I got to tell everybody no. And then he'll come right around on some cool shit and be like, yeah. But you literally just told me no, nigga. Like, I ain't fucking with the people. Yeah.
So how did you address that with Quan? Like, of course I'll get like a little resentment or like just check it. Do you say anything or do you just deal with it as a manager?
At first I didn't say nothing, but I'm so known. Okay, so Quan had this thing where he'd be like, bro, you in your feelings. You know what I'm saying?
That's a trigger right there.
Yeah, that shit used to be a real trigger for me. But I'm a very intelligent man, so I had to think about it. And I had an ex that used to tell me, like, you emotional. And the way we use emotional would trigger you to be like it's negative. Like it's negative, but it's not. So I started being like, you know what? Like, I learned the definition. Everything with me, I'm a fucking true Aquarius. Like, if it don't have no substance, if it don't make sense, I don't want to talk about it, and we not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So I went and I started researching and doing my real motherfucking emotional. An emotional person is just a person that know how to express their feelings. Right. I'm very emotional.
That part.
But when you trying to say I'm overly sad or I'm always mad, I'm not that. I'm just a person that's passionate about what I'm passionate about. And in this case, nigga, it's you. You know what I'm saying? And I go to him and I told him, you're the most emotional motherfucker I know. It made you millions of dollars. Because all the motherfucker got to do is go listen to your music. If you
that's deep.
Pissed in the wrong room the other day or farted around him, just keep listening. You may hear that shit.
That's
like,
real.
you know what I'm saying? Lalaa farted. I was doing the progress report. A bitch farted in the dirt. Like,
Sound about right.
you know what I'm saying? Type shit. You know what I mean? Like, stinking
Nah, for
bitch
real.
did such and such. Like, nigga, you talk about everything. You know what I'm saying? So that shit just, it became one of them things to where, like, people can say what they want to say down that my brother gone, but everybody that know us know, like, I never played with bro. Like, anything I had to say, I said it. I never was passive about nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's, hey, bro, like, this what's up. Sometimes you have to find ways to say stuff because Quan had started becoming, you know, his man, and he would get, literally, he would tell Corey, like, tell bro, I ain't no little boy no more.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that part.
bro, I never looked at you like a little boy.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
You call me your big brother. You my little brother. Like, that's something that's really just the loyalty we have for each other. You know what I'm saying? Those are the titles that we carry that made us family. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people say that they call their blood, their family. Those are just your relatives. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, we real family. You know what I'm saying? We do shit together. We bleed together. We cry together. We make money together. You know what I'm saying? We go, whatever you go through, I go through. You know what I'm saying? I feel your pain. So I tell everybody, like, if you got something to say to somebody, if you can't say it to them, it became a time where it was hard to talk to Quan. It did become that because you don't want him to sway away from you. You know what I'm saying? So certain hard conversations, I knew I wasn't going to talk to him for 2 or 3 months. You know what I'm saying?
Real.
Or he going to be on some bullshit. Like, I'm going to be texting him like, bro, I need my drops. And he going to be like, I'll get them to you when I get them to you. Now I'm ready to come tear your fucking head off. And it's like, how do I bring you back to be like, because I just said something that you didn't really want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I had that conversation with him about Smallz. I had it with him every time. He would know, like, I'm finna be combative. He'll be like, I'm bigger than this person. And he got to a point to where he didn't give a fuck. He would just say that shit.
Type shit.
Knowing that shit was going to piss me off because my humility, he's a Libra. Y'all know them motherfucking delusional motherfuckers. And they Libra scale, like, they always living their life balancing out people and balancing out things. And they have this cockiness and arrogance about themselves to where sometimes they'll feel like they bigger than the fucking world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, it was hard, but I'm just a person that's going to speak my mind. So when you heard that comment that say, need a Monta on your team, like, I tell anybody, any team that I'm a part of, you may not like it, but you're going to love it. If you're conscious enough to be able to take the criticism, to take the real shit, I'm going to give it to you. Like, I might not be able to stand in there with a bag of money, but I'm going to be able to stand in that motherfucker and depict what's real, what's fake, and I'm going to have your motherfucking back. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
I got a question. So when you just talk about like all the accolades, like 7-time platinum, all that stuff, because listen, I've been
It's
a
a
fan
lot
of
of
Rich Homie
accolades.
Quan. I'm from Cincinnati, so them
Oh,
30,000 that
Yep.
you talking about, we definitely had that in our city. Like DJ Fresh, that's my brother. Like, so I watched his
Jermaine
career.
Tandy.
Yeah, government name. So I watched Rich Homie Quan career, and hearing hearing those numbers, is like that man was huge. I do feel like when he passed away, though, I was like, there's a disconnect between y'all remembering who the fuck this dude is. It's like when he passed away, all his songs come back up and everybody like, oh yeah, he was hard. So like, what happened to where it was like a disconnect between like he's up here and now people don't even really remember him, but then when he passed away, now they remember all the things that he did and achieved.
And to piggyback off that, do you feel like Quan felt like he got his flowers from the people?
No, Quan didn't. I talked to Quan. I'll pull it up and show y'all. I talked to Quan September the 4th. We talked at 10:36 that morning. Like, this shit is prevalent now because it's like I never knew I was gonna have to remember it, but then when it happened, I went back in my phone. I looked at the times. I started looking at shit. 10:36. I talked to him at 10:42. I talked to him at 11:15. I talked to him at 12:36. I talked to him at 5:36. At 12:36, we talked for about 8 minutes, and he was like excited, like, bruh, man, nigga finna be 35 in 30 days because his birthday on the 4th. He was like, I'm finna be 35 in 30 days, bro, goddamn. And I'm not excited. I just woke up.
You know what I'm saying? Good morning, nigga. What's up?
And I'm like, I had to I wish I was double jointed sometimes because I'm still being Monta when I'm talking to him, but I don't have no enthusiasm at all. I'm just listening. I'm like, but I'm motivating him. I'm like, hell yeah, bro, your ass finna be 35 years old, bro. He like, yeah, nigga, your ass getting old. We getting old. And he was like, man, bro, damn, my nigga birthday, bro, what we gonna do for our birthday? So I was like, shit, bro, you know, I wanted you to be in Dallas with me because I was working with Desi on my 40th birthday. I was on tour with Desi. And he kind of felt the type of way. He never really expressed it to me, but everybody around expressed he did not want me. You know, you know how that shit is. It's like, you're a coin, you want your coin. Like everybody that can say the real shit about Monta, sometimes you want to be the only person, but that's real selfish. You want to be able to let yourself expound on other people. And he made that comment to me that morning. He was like, bro, man, I want what I want for my birthday, this and that. He was just saying the shit, and he was like, bro, man, what you gonna get me for my birthday, bro? And I was like, shit, bro, what I want for you, man, for this birthday, bro, this the only gift that I want, bro. And I want you to gift it to yourself. I said, bro, stand on your fucking music. I said, stand on your music, Quan. Like, stand on your shit, bro. And I had this conversation with him like a month prior to. And if anybody follow him on social media, everybody will know this shit. He went to his live the day after we had the conversation, and he started playing all his old music. If anybody can remember that live,
I remember that.
That shit came from me telling him, like, hey, bro, like, this one strategy I use when I want to boost your calendar. Like, nigga, I get on my platform. I got 60, 70,000 people, but my engagement is crazy. I'll go on that bitch. I'll start rapping his shit. I'll pop my shit. I'll say some shit that's going to trigger people. They'll share it, and it'll remind you that, nigga, this Quan. So I'm like, just stand on your music, bro. And I told him, I was like, bro, you have not stood on one project we've dropped since Still Going In. Not one. You haven't poked your chest out.
Real.
And Superman, not one of your fucking projects. And all of them hard, minus the Double R project. And come to find out, the young niggas love the Double R project.
Ain't that crazy?
Of course
It's
they do.
perspective.
You feel me?
It's subjective.
I hated it. Me and Corey woke up that morning as his executives, and we called him like, who the fuck put this out? We called Fresh.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas just done threw this shit out. Like, that shit was ass to us. But
Damn.
music is subjective
It
in today's
is.
time.
It
And it's
really
like me, I
is.
grew up around music. So it's like, when you got a nigga like Quan around you, it's like, it's hard for me to be an executive in certain manners because certain shit, the offbeat shit, all that shit, I just can't process that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that shit, right, getting him to try to really stand in his shit was very, very emotional. It was very hard because Quan is a very, very, very parallel person. All the good and the bad. Like, you ever met somebody like that? It's like, tell him he the shit, and he gonna run with he the shit, but he gonna fall in the trap with being the shit too. So it's like, do you even want to tell this nigga he the shit? Because he gonna get cocky here, and then he gonna fall down here with the same shit.
That's real.
So it's like,
real.
oh shit, bro, we dealing with a real tri-personality with
That's
this
real.
shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, hey, nigga, you the shit. But when you listen to this music, and he, the most arrogant motherfucker you'll ever meet with his music. Like, these my babies. Like, y'all can't tell me
Damn
shit
right,
about this
damn
shit. These
right.
are my babies. And it's like, record a song. We got this song, Still Sinning. I pushed for it. The producer wanted $7,000 for it. I was like, give me the song. I'll pay the $7,000. Fuck it. Right? 2-3 years later, when Day and Gooch came back with Stronger Together and we was about to put Family and Moolah out, I took the record, I called the producer, simple conversation. He was like, whatever y'all want to give me, do it. I need the record to be out. Because that's what I would tell producers. Like, y'all niggas want to try to stand on, you want all this upfront money. It's Quan. Y'all tripping.
Right, put that shit out. We gonna eat.
Put that shit out. Nigga, you gonna eat.
Yeah.
Like, you gonna eat. That 7,000, you might get it double.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You might get it triple. But it's gonna always be a record. Today, he passed, whatever. That shit gonna keep coming. And I got the record put out. And we went back and we were just listening to like the songs. Like now I go listen to like Quan, old shit, Cherish. You know what I'm saying? He got a song called Yesterday that got leaked on YouTube. Like once them songs did that, Quan would be like, fuck that music. Like he didn't care about it. But Yesterday and this song called Listen and No Hook and them fucking records are like, they do something to you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was very, very, very emotional and hard to see him take the abuse of his fans because they were abusing him. You know what I'm saying? His core fans, salute y'all, shout out all his core fans. They stood behind him, they pushed, they fought throughout the thug shit, every beef that it was, because even to a lot of my artists out here, like, yeah, some of y'all niggas fuck with Monta, but a lot of y'all niggas knew like how I stood on my brother. Y'all fuck with us behind closed doors and you speak, but y'all wasn't fucking with Quan because everybody was trying to make it like they like niggas really was like, I picked a side. Like this where I'm at. I done had niggas tell me this shit. Like and that shit not never fair to another individual. It's real fucked up that the industry wasn't fucking with my brother. Like even though I think I heard Rollo say this shit, like even at Quan funeral, like we did World Changes, it seats 7,000 people. We paid for the extra 1,500 seats.
That's real.
So we had an 8,500 seater the day of his funeral. Me and Day handled all that shit, like all of it. I had to put my head down and do the hardest thing that I ever had to do in my life. And 6 months before that, I had to bury my dad. You know what I'm saying? And Quan was at my dad's funeral with me.
Oh my
you know what I'm saying? So knowing this and us looking at the numbers, when we released the tickets to do it, we thought we were doing everything right. We released the tickets, boom, 7,000 tickets went ASAP. Day had made a mistake and did it because he was only supposed to release like 5,000. But we were tired. We were like exhausted, like trying to put this funeral together. And he released them. We were trying to figure out how we was going to seat all these people. You know what I'm saying? Then I think the error with that came because early that morning we put out that we were going to live stream it.
Yeah.
So now you got thousands of people that were just like, instead of coming, we'll do that. But Rocco, Sac 5, Killer Mike, Jacquees, Rollo, Boosie, I think those are the only people that attended Quan's funeral.
Where was Birdman? Why did he attend the funeral?
I wish that I said what I said because I wish that I knew. Now, Gotti text me, and Gotti was like, you know what's going on, you know, like, let me know if y'all having anything private, you know what I mean? Because, and I respected that because of the nature of, you know, certain public shit. Everybody know that Gotti fuck with us heavy. Like, Gotti was like my real big brother in this shit. Like, I really, like, Gotti one of them niggas, like, I don't know how he feel now, but in my come up, like, bro, talk to me on the regular. Like I say, Fab, like, I talk to bro, like, text me, bro, and literally would call me and be like, what's up with bro? He's straight. You know what I'm saying? Because Quan won't answer the phone for a lot of people, but I tell people you need to push certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Because all of y'all up here, but the way the industry treated my brother on his death, like,
that's crazy. Man,
like, come on, bro. He gone. Y'all niggas ain't got no hate or no nothing to worry about now. He gone, so let's stand on his legacy. He was a great motherfucking person. You know what I'm saying? The situation he got into with him and his brother, like, even Thug that made a song about it, that was his brother. They gonna go through shit. They gonna,
for sure.
That was his brother. Like, them niggas, I didn't even get in the middle of that shit.
That's real.
I didn't get in the middle of it. When I got a chance to talk to Slime, he know what I said to him. He know what he said to me. I don't have to put that out there. But even when I seen the emotion behind Quan passing and certain people that did have little beefs and little shit, like certain niggas was texting my phone like, damn, bro, I'm sorry. But some of these niggas at the top, y'all didn't even acknowledge, bro, and he's gone. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's something that his kids who are fans of y'all niggas and shit can go back and look at and be like, boy, that's a real dude.
Exactly.
That's a stand-up dude. Now y'all got them. He got 5 children. They watching. All of them are conscious of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, except for Leor, the baby boy. But from Devin to Royal to Chosen to Lalaa, like they watching this shit. Like they see what's going on. They watching, and we publicized his funeral.
Yeah.
So
and thank y'all for showing it too, because I don't like funerals. I couldn't go in person, but I definitely watched it in the live stream. Thank y'all for doing that.
I was gonna ask though. This is outside of like Quan, but like, do y'all think it's disrespectful not going to a funeral, or like if it's somebody that you truly rock with? Like, do you have to go? Because I know a lot of people say I don't do funerals.
I hate funerals, but here's my balance in between that. If I sat here with y'all today, right, and something happened, because all of us got our judgment day.
That's true.
I got a vibe in this room, right? And my spiritual side of me, if I walked out of here and heard something happen today, I would have to pay my respect.
Right.
That's real. That's
in
real.
terms of just coming and shake your mom's hand or whoever. Hey, I just look these girls in their eyes. Like, that's what it do for me. But I'm a person that hate funerals because guess what? All of the mental stuff that I've told y'all, like when when my uncle passed in 2000, you know what I'm saying? Like having to see his dead body after I had just touched him and all that shit, it started like,
You're right.
it boxes me in, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen a lot of fucking dead bodies, you know what I'm saying? So to that point, it's like, if I know you, that's cool. But like, depending upon the relationship,
it's the relationship,
and it's
you
the
gotta
respect.
show that respect.
Yeah,
you gotta show that respect. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like
that's true.
The world praised Nipsey. Niggas didn't know Nip. They went. They flew to LA. They paid their expenses. They bought the suits.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to I was at Bankroll shit. I went in there. I don't do funerals. I had to go.
That shit
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, we gonna patronize certain things
I feel
based upon how people feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, being one of the executives and the big brother of Quan, it's like, my phone don't ring no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no nigga called me yet and said, hey, bro, what we could do to keep his legacy going? Like,
That's crazy.
hey, bro, like, I ain't got that call. And I talk to Corey every single day.
Damn, man.
And I don't know if he didn't got it either at this point. You know what I'm saying? Which is still early in the game, but you can do preparation now, and Quan been gone 5 months. You know what I'm saying? So on the 5th, that made 5 months. So 150 days, bro, been gone. You know what I mean? Shit, I go over to the mezzanine. I ain't ran into many people coming by that motherfucker. You know what I mean? But I can't be mad at people for what it is. But everybody know that when they cross that boy path, his energy was real when they turned in. And if the nigga didn't show up at the studio or some shit, like, nigga, if you still mad about that shit, like, but he was a good person to most of the people that he crossed. I ain't gonna sit here and act like he was perfect. Like, I ain't gonna do that. But when his energy touched a room, you know, like seeing him in that box is like, I wanted him to be praised a little bit more.
Facts.
I just wanted that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you too, like, while we speaking of that, like, what was your first reaction just seeing like the leak audio, the leak video, the rumors, and how is his parents doing, his kids, and his BM doing?
Can we call her about?
When I first,
BM, that's just so ghetto.
His girl, like, you know,
his
She
girl.
a hood bitch. She a hood.
well, you know, he got baby
Yeah,
mamas.
he got
baby
plural.
mamas plural, but
The mother
no
of his
disrespect though.
children.
No disrespect.
well, he has a few.
Yeah,
so
that's
we
what
would
I'm
have
saying,
to
no
amplify
disrespect.
everybody. I'm
Yeah.
that type of person that's neutral. Like, I ain't gonna put no light on one without putting on
That
others.
part.
Like, he shared his oats with many people, you know. So when the day everything happened, my first call I had just had sinus surgery in July. Unfortunate situation. When I got a tooth pulled, doctor didn't do the right shit to close the cavity back up. I ended up with sinusitis. 5-month project. I'll be sitting talking to y'all, and my nose will just start oozing green shit. Like, the craziest shit I ever been through in my life. I never had like no deep sinus issues or none of this type shit. So I go for my second follow up this particular day, and it's fucked up because every time I go back now, it's 30 days, it's 60 days to the day. So this shit always falls on the 5th.
Yeah.
Of every fucking month, she has me set on the 5th. So I'm in there talking to the doctor this morning, just a regular day. I ain't thinking shit. I had just talked to Quan, called him the day before. We finna get ready to go to Miami for a show, 2 shows, and then just to kick it. We had got this big white mansion. So Corey calling my phone. while I'm in there, she got this big ass scope that goes up checking something in my nose, so I can't really. So I hit the phone and was like swipe in with doctor, give me a second. Hit send, and he kept calling.
That make your heart drop. Like, hold up.
And I said, hold on, like me and bro super respective. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I picked the phone up on speakerphone, and oh my fucking God, like that shit made me.
And for context, that's his dad, y'all.
Corey's dad. So all of the negativity around our shit, it be in us. So I had to tell Quan his dad got shot when he got shot. I called Quan, I'm talking to him. So I'm thinking about all this shit, like, who the fuck, like, and it runs like that. We all so close, we tell each other, between me, him, and Quan, like, everything that go on, we always spreading the fucking bad news and the good news. So when I hear his voice, he like, bro, where you at? I'm like, hang up the phone. And I call him back. I tell her I gotta go. Something bad just happened. I tell my doctor that, Meredith. And I get on the elevator and I walk. When I get downstairs, he like, bro, Quan unresponsive. And I'm like, what? What the what? He like, get to the house. I hang up the phone. By the time I get to my truck, which I had it parked on the side of P Street, probably like a half a mile walk, he calling me back. He like, you need to go to Grady. Like, I'm like, I need to go to Grady. He like, yeah, bro, you need to go to Grady. Get there. They just took Quan. So I'm like, all right, cool. I rush down to Grady. I'm 10 minutes away from Grady. I'm at Emory on P Street. I get down there, and I see them backing him in or whatever. So it's me, Kylie, his other baby mama, Duke, little brother, Koya's blood sister, and Brandy. Like, all of us down there outside, and we just looking at each other like, what the fuck is going on? And they talking to me because I'm big bro, you know what I'm saying? But we go inside, and I've had an incident with him before, with the walkthrough video when he passed out, to where I kind of knew, like, even the shit with Lucci that happened in Florida, like, all the artists going to Jane Doe's. So they walk in and say his name, and the girls at the front desk was rude as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But I'm standing back because I've been into it with hospitals before, and I'm like, let's go out. She like, yeah, they got him back there. They working on him. Give us 20 minutes. And I'm like, y'all, come on, let's go. Like, let's go outside. We standing in the front. And when Tammy, other grandmama got there, they trying to bring us back. So Tammy was like, come with us, Monta. Like, it's 3 people can go back. Cause I had been talking to the doctors and all the people now, like, y'all not gonna handle us like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they elected to do that. I told her to put the phone on speaker when the doctors come in or whatever. And shit, man, my phone started going off at about 12:40. My phone started ringing. And we standing outside and social media going crazy. But my phones are ringing. All the blogs calling me. They calling me. Beyonce from 107.9, she's blowing my phone. And I'm like, what the fuck going on? So I read one of the messages and it was like, bro, please tell me this ain't true. So this is why I hate social media a little bit, but it be like, so I'm looking, I'm like, so Duke like, bro, what the fuck? I'm like, man, hey, I start talking to Quan. Hey, bro, you see how these people writing you off? Bro, you gotta shake this shit, because they ain't told us nothing.
That's wild.
We don't know nothing, but the media is going crazy. I now have, when I looked in my phone, I had 400 messages in my DM.
I mean, we seen it.
So y'all gotta think for us.
Yeah.
All of us were mute because we still didn't get the actual death notice until like 125, 140. So when I heard, I don't even remember who uttered the fucking words, he gone. All of us just, I turned and walked back towards the street, and then we bum rushed the emergency room because they wouldn't let us back there. And Mom Dukes then went back there, and then I'm walking, and this big old security guard, he grabbed me, and I'm like, hey, bro, don't fucking touch me. Like, don't touch me. You know what I'm saying? And then their head of staff came, and this black lady, I cannot remember her name, it's in my phone. She was like, hey, I know who he is. Like, she got me a pass. We went back there. We opened up the fucking emergency room, and all of our people, we came back. And, you know, one of them moments. So just to be able to, the kids, you know, like, everybody that I had to touch that day, that's the more day that sticks in my mind, even than the funeral. because that was the last day I seen my brother peaceful. You know, like the look on his face, like, you know, everything I seen, you know what I mean? Just the media, how everybody is doing, that is, we just on a roller coaster ride. You know what I mean? Like, we all in this shit together. It's certain types of things that's going on. Of course, the family shit, all that type of shit, but it's hard. Like, I deal with Corey more than anybody. I call Amber, person y'all were talking about. I call Kylie. You know, I try to talk to Lalaa's mom via social media when I can. I have a very great relationship with his oldest son's mom and his oldest son. I talk to him on the regular. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I'm just trying to take and still give it grace, because it's easy to be in someone's face every day and remind them of what's going on, because I'm one of them close people to them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think we overbear it, but it's just hard. It's hard even talking to them sometimes. We're literally still probably, I know I'm in the grief stage of like, I'm super fucking angry. You know what I mean? So a lot of times it's hard for me to even talk about it without shedding a tear, but I do grief counseling with other people and stuff like that. But, you know, to be able to lose him and to see how the media handle it, to see how these motherfuckers like went and they wanted to get clicks and put the shit on YouTube without our consents, and they put the fucking autopsy report out, and the fucking county had just told Corey, I had literally told him this night, he was like, bro, it ain't ready yet, because that's how we are. And literally like a few hours later, it was out. And somebody called me with that and was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, everybody was calling me with that, and I'm like, man, like, you know, everything you don't want to happen, when it's put out there like that, it puts you in a rage. Because it's like, I already knew, I'm like, if my brother overdosed, like, he ain't do this to himself. Like, I had a conversation with him 1 hour and 7 minutes. It's still in my fucking phone, where he told me, like, bro, you know, I don't abuse no drugs, bro. Like, so I'm going to know if this shit something like this shit like gonna make me feel crazy. Like, somebody gave him some shit, so I didn't want to feel like that. I didn't even want to know. Yeah. I literally was like, hey man, bro had a seizure, you know, natural, whatever. I didn't want to know, but fucking social media, you know what I'm saying? They just be doing shit when y'all don't even know what the fuck people be dealing with.
Yo, like really, like people blowing up your phone and you're really grieving the loss of your brother. You know what I'm saying?
They like, blowing up my phone on bullshit that they see on social media. Now, it's true, though. Like, I can't take away from what y'all read and what you seen, but calling me, like, wanting to be in the business, like, hey, bro, who the fuck did that? And that, nigga, do you think we'll be sitting here if we knew who the fuck did this shit? Like, it's all that type shit. People are nosy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
without a doubt,
you won't call me to see how I'm doing. Because that's not really what you care about. You want to see what I'm doing, what's going on, and you want to make it like, hey, bro, I'm just trying to check on you, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, all that shit give you a steadfast approach to, like, what social media does. So to answer your question, it's like, I hated that shit. You know, I try not to knock nobody hustle, but a lot of times, like, I've been putting it out there to the world. You know, I got a lot of backlash from when I said it. Like, oh, nigga, you can't be mad now that something happened to Quan. Like, I ain't mad. I'm just saying, y'all got to be mindful of when you out here trying to spread rumors, truth, or whatever of what you doing to get clicks, because it's families like us that's bombarded and blindsided.
So I do have a question as a media platform, right? Yeah. And let's say like Lalaa knows you and she don't want to put out no false news. Of course, you're going through this. Should people like
reach out?
So they should reach like
text though.
Just like, it's the way you do it,
right?
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give the biggest graces ever to when Quan had his first situation, right? Everybody know about it, and he passed out. And I ain't gonna say the media platform. I ain't gonna give him that stain on y'all shit. But the girl called me and she was like, "Hey, I'm writing a report on Quan's. There's 2 different instances on Quan. Like, how do you want me to word this?" And I just respected that shit so much. You know what I'm saying? Because I had another instance when Corey got shot. I'm the person that get all this shit. And motherfucker called me and said, I just wrote a report and I said he got gunned down. And I never forget, me, Cy Gray, my CPA, our business manager at the time, we were sitting in Grady right outside his room. And I'm like, why the fuck would you say he got gunned down? That mean he dead. Like, that's clickbait. And she went and did it anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can respect if you have the contact. If you have the ability, that not mine, to reach out to somebody. It's all in respect.
Yeah.
I confirmed to everybody I fucked with once I calmed down. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone. I confirmed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause people will be getting we got our sources.
Right.
You find out throughout this process that everybody took and beat Amber across the head. They beat her across the fucking head. They beat her across the head. Oh, she did this, she did that. And then when they went and leaked out the body cam, you can see that she wasn't even the person that knew that he was on the sofa. But did y'all motherfuckers go apologize to her? Of course
not.
But if you would have called somebody and asked, you know what I'm saying? It might take you a little bit longer than having the first story.
Right.
But it's better to have the real story.
The right story.
The right story.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And don't be just posting them to report bad news, you know, because I know you done interviews with Rich Homie Quan and everything. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wanted to bring that up too. We got to bring this back up on a positive note. So I think we all should say how we got introduced to Rich Homie. I think that'd be dope because me and Britt are from the same city. We both from Cincinnati.
Yes.
But I moved out here.
I fuck with Cincinnati. I love Cincinnati.
Of course you do.
Fucking club celebrities, Red Road.
Say celebs, you.
R.I.P. to celebs though. That's gone.
We shut that bit. We shut that bit down. We still got the history in Cincinnati.
Bro, every time he came, we was there. We didn't care if he came last week. We showing up
In that
again.
Cincinnati showed us so much love, man.
Cincinnati definitely love Rich Homie.
Like Cincinnati showed us so much love. We got in that fight in Cincinnati.
Sound
about right though.
At the Adrien Broner fight, but that was. You know what I mean?
Oh, y'all did walk him out. How was that? Remember they? It was a lifestyle song they did.
I had the Lord Jesus.
I forgot about that shit.
I forgot about that shit too.
But that was like the worst. That was like the man. AB was one of the first people to really just be like, bro, I fuck with bro. Like, and it never went left. Like him and his brother, like all them, we used to go in the hood and go to the studio with them niggas. Like, I fuck with Cincinnati. Like,
for sure.
I really fuck with Cincinnati. Like, I fuck with Cincinnati. The love that they showed us, like, we ain't have to deal with that hating shit up there for real.
Yeah, no, we.
You know what I'm saying? We really got that love. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
And I was just gonna say, so we probably crossed paths a long time ago and just didn't know it. But I worked with Dun Deal very closely, and during that whole Rich Gang process, this is before I had a camera, y'all, and I'm so fucking mad at myself. But I'm in the studio, you know, Thug, Rich Homie, they recording Birdman. This was the most craziest time because Dun Deal and them and his production team did produce majority of the album.
A lot of the records,
And that was around the first time that we met, and I worked with the Coalition DJs too. So of course I saw him at the club. But then most recently, we saw each other at a video shoot. Shout out to Bebe, that's my man's. And Quan was there, and you know, I'm like, Quan, man, I don't know if you remember me, but I'm like, I was there with the Rich Gang shit, and he like, damn, I do. And I was just like, you know, I would love an interview with you, you know what I mean? We had the video shoot, and this man, this is one of the very few people, but he handled his business. He promised me. He said, I got you. Like, you know, people usually be full of shit.
They're going to be gas you
and
up.
Try to leave and try to, man, this man said, like, nah, I promised her I'm going to do the interview. Let's do it. Like, ask me whatever you want. Like, and it just meant a lot because this was recent-ish. And just for him to just, like, just to do that and really keep his word. And we literally talked about just so much shit. And I'm like, bro, Quan, like, damn, man, like, thank you, bro. Like, so I just a silent dude. And, you know, every time that I will say that we cross paths, just vibrant energy, man. And salute
that's
to
one
Quan.
thing towards the end of his shit that I beat in him, because in the beginning, like I say, he would tell.
He too big for the progress report.
We did try to get him up here too when one of his albums dropped. They told us no, respectfully, but I get it. I get it.
It was my day.
Don't say I'm blaming you.
I'm too big for the progress.
Hold on. Was it motherfucking me? Wasn't me.
It's okay.
I very rarely told motherfuckers
no. I know it's funny.
But,
it's fine.
But when that shit
you ain't say no. You was like, he bugged.
I'm gonna say some
I'll
bullshit.
take right back. Yeah, I can't make it work, but we got you.
But that's what I was pushing to him, though. Like you say, and I'm glad you was able to get that
Absolutely,
moment, because in the beginning of it, he would tell artists, he come into the studio, and then he'll tell me, like, I ain't going. You know what I'm saying?
That's real shit.
But I just knew what it was. Like, he had this thing to where he felt like, he started feeling like everybody was stealing his sauce.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? So I used to tell him, like, hey, bro, you know, every king has a core up under him. So in order to be, like, for me, like, I gotta be able to be like literally no bullshit. Pink stole my my shit right here. If y'all look at the back of my shit,
damn. Yep.
like they stole my logo.
Damn.
I've been had this. I can show you where I've been had it for over 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
The
I ain't
Victoria's
mad.
Secret?
Yeah.
That's
They making shirts now
Yep.
and putting the pink inside of it, just like my logo.
seen it.
But they putting it at the bottom. And I would tell bro, moments like that, bro, like you talk like me sometimes. Like I don't get mad when I see somebody, when I'm trend setting. You know what I'm saying? If we gonna use that word, you know what I'm saying? Like being an Aquarius, I'm an original, authentic nigga.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
sir.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would tell him that shit, you know what I'm saying? So he just like being able to have that moment, like, you know, bruh, you heard that. Like it makes me feel good to see that he told you.
He kept his
and
motherfucking
kept his
word.
fucking
He did
word.
his
You know what I'm
business
saying?
and
'Cause
literally came
that's
back and
who.
did
That's
what
the
he needed to
person that I wanted everybody to be able to experience. Like,
Absolutely.
nigga, resend this shit. Like, nigga, if you tell somebody something, do that shit.
Them artists was in the studio all night waiting on him.
Yeah.
That man sleep.
In the interview, he said
I want
he
that
was like,
lifestyle.
he said the Flex. He hated that song at
He
first. Did
hated
you know
Flex.
that?
No, yeah, cause
Okay.
But inside of him and Fresh's moment with Flex, right? My little cousin, Lil Trent, one of my cousins that do the music, he called me. He was at Westlake High School at the time this happened. He called me. He like, bro, there's some niggas up here playing a song, want a Quan song. That motherfucker hard. So I'm like, go buy him and let me hear it. So I asked him when he said it, is it the song Flex? He didn't know the title. So he go by the little kid, they playing the song. I'm like, that's Flex. I hang up the phone, call Quan. Hey, bro, they playing Flex at Westlake. This nigga popped it. I don't give a fuck about that song. Nigga, fuck that song.
He hated that song.
And I'm like, nigga, that's one of the best records you ever recorded.
Yeah.
So
His little-
when Fresh moment came and we had to go back, like he literally had gave the record to Fresh, like do what you want to do with that shit.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? He put it out. It got like 2-3 million streams, and then we sitting at the drawing board because we going through what we going through with the TIG shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
We like what record we got, but Quan hadn't been recording a lot of shit, so we like, bro, this the hardest record ever. And I always would tell Quan, like, bro, I've been told you that was one of the hardest records you
Absolutely.
recorded because it's not Quan. It's Quan, but it's not Quan. You know what I'm saying? It's
True.
poppy.
It's not
It's
Quan
like a
that we
crossover
hear.
song.
Yeah.
It's the real
Yeah.
innovation to. It's the commercial
it was fun.
record.
It was
Yeah,
fun.
yeah,
Like,
it's commercial.
It was
Yeah,
fun.
You know what I'm saying? And I knew what he was talking about, who he was talking about when he did the record. Like I knew what it was, so I'm like, oh, he went in there and popped it on a nigga. You know, it's like
In
that
a
was a
fun way.
record.
In a fun way though.
Yeah, that was a record like nigga, fuck you, nigga. Like,
Type
yeah,
shit.
walked
Type
in,
shit.
30,000 in my pocket, had a nigga jam like, ooh, 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 ooh. But he was having fun dissing the motherfucker. You know?
That's the
Fuck
best
around,
thing.
made a hit.
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck around, made a hit.
Right?
$1,000 on your bitch, wanna fuck me, got her screaming like.
Okay.
You make a hit this
Nah,
and
for
hit
real.
different.
But
Yeah.
people don't know this. You crossed his path, you pissed him off. I don't know a nigga. Salute Kendrick, but I
I was just about to
know-
say he the original Kendrick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
if bruh would have did what I used to tell him, hey, you feel the type of way about nigga, go make a record, bro.
Type
Yeah.
shit.
That nigga one of the best. He got some in the vault. I got him. This records. Oh shit. That nigga gonna make you famous.
Damn.
Now, we do want to know, like, your personal favorite joint. I would say mine, like, is this record called Room Full with Greedy and Wife and Lucci and Quan. That's my shit.
You
That's
like
my
that?
shit.
I know that record. One of my personal favorite records. Man, I can't pick.
All right, name your 5. I'll give you 5.
My top 5. I like Risk Takers. I like Deep. I gotta go Forever Going In. I love My Story. My Story is like a record. You know what I'm saying? Like he talk about his daughter in that record. I'm gonna go Listen. I like Listen. I like Yesterday. I could just go on.
Top 10, top 10.
right,
That,
right.
top 10.
Reloaded is one of the top records that Quan
sure.
ever recorded. That's probably that record probably would be 10 times platinum right now if we would have been able to do and get it cleared. But of course, Sony tried this shit on that.
Okay.
Deep. Let's go to Rich as in Spirit. Arthur.
Great project, by the way.
Arthur.
He
That's
done named
Quan's
10.
best project today for me. A critically acclaimed.
Yeah.
Suffocating. I like Suffocating. And I'm gonna have to say Dark Shades and Bigger Jeans.
Got you.
And I'm not a big titles person. Like
Yeah.
he got so many records.
He
but
got
it's
a
like,
lot of music.
for you
That's
put me
true.
on the spot like
Nah, I
that.
got you.
Yeah, like I ain't a big title person. Like it's some records, but I tell everybody like if you wanna, I said it, in my speech. If you really wanna know, bro, like I challenge everybody to just put this shit on and ride.
That part.
And then when it get to the end, repeat it and do it again, cause most of the projects like 35 minutes, you know.
True.
You gonna be like, what the fuck? I remember my ex, she was a Quan fan, but she was a Quan beat fan. And I would be rapping a song, and one day she was like, what the fuck you just say? And I'm like, she like, nah, rap it. Then she started liking to hear me rap the songs, cause it's like, and I used to tell Quan we was gonna do our own segment. He got a clickbait out of this and our thing. He didn't want to do interviews in his last days. He was like, I'm gonna let bro interview me. I'm gonna do my own platform. So I was about to start like interviewing him and start making him break his lyrics down like Genius.
That would have been fucking hard.
Because people literally, I don't understand it because I'm from Atlanta and I talk the slang and how we talk. But a lot of people do not, even though we have to submit lyrics on Apple Music and stuff, they don't know what they be saying.
Exactly.
No.
So hold on, what's the lifestyle joint that nobody still knows? What the hell is that?
Shit just to live this.
No, not that part.
And I came straight from the bottom to the top, my lifestyle.
What's the next part?
And I'm living the life like a beginning, but this is only the beginning.
Never knew that was what they said. But I know Precious, that shit like,
I'm on the top of the mountain puffing on clouds, and niggas still beginning.
I ain't gonna lie, that part.
Hey.
Still screaming, fuck the other, fuck them niggas, fuck them
Hey.
niggas.
Nah,
I can say you did have some beats, like as a DJ, that you would just drop right on
And
that.
they go.
Just
Yeah, you got to go on that part.
Yeah, you just gotta drop it right at the beginning because it just hit different. You know what I mean?
I just wish everybody would have just listened, and that's still one of my prayers for him. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I'm saying that's still one of my prayers for bro. Like
That part.
his legacy, like I just wanted to stand. You know what I'm saying? And as long as I got breath in me, as long as I got life in me, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna push the brand. I got a big tatted right here. It's been on my body, but I had to go put the brand big right here on my body. Everything all of my tattoos are meaningful. Yeah. I don't have no kid like other than my name. You know what I'm saying? So
Aquarius only do meaningful shit.
That's the only thing she heard.
hey man, for those that hate the Aquarius, like I gotta stand on this shit. Like, well, they be mad at us because at the end of the day, we're people that are we're substanceful people. We don't really believe in the small talk and the bullshit. And when we say something, we know what we're talking about when we say it.
Britt literally just
You know
said that. I'm fucking weak.
Like,
She literally just said that.
And we're not the most passive people, but we're passionate about what we talk about. And our debate is gonna be, what the fuck are you talking about? So people gonna get mad because they're gonna be sitting over here talking about tampons was made out of wood, and we know it was made out of cotton.
Right.
And it just
Tampons is crazy.
the craziest shit. I just use it. You know what I'm saying? But whatever the substance is to a type of situation, they just don't like our bluntness, and they don't like that shit. And it makes me. I'm in a box. I live in a box. My A-Lo side of me, like I live in a box because I'm very mindful of who I open up to because it don't never end well. I'm always the person. I get it the worst.
Bad guy. We always the bad guy.
Always the bad guy. Like I told my cousins recently when my dad just died, I'm like, hey, I made up with my brother, with my little brother, Vot. And I was like, hey, bro, I don't want to be involved in none of y'all conversations, no beefs. I don't want to be in none of that because I'll say one thing.
Right.
Just one thing that made sense. And everybody hate me.
I'm buzzed.
They'll be over there kicking it. These niggas really don't like each other, but they kicking it. They doing everything they doing, and then they won't fuck with me.
Story of an Aquarius.
I was waiting on it. You were just giving her life right now.
Facts. It's just nice to hear like the reassurance that like I'll be telling y'all about us.
We're the only sign that are humanitarians.
Exactly.
You know
I agree.
What? All right, that's crazy.
I agree.
Listen,
We the only sign when you pull it up out of all the signs.
Thank you.
Right? No other sign that in astrology are really about the people than Aquarius.
Come on now.
Go do your research. I'm not saying you don't.
I just
mean
said
well
my
to
thing.
people.
I just.
Y'all are blessed to have me around y'all.
All I'm saying is
Y'all
you're
are
giving
blessed to
her
have
so
her.
much life right now,
Y'all
yo.
are blessed to have an Aquarius that's not a fuck nigga.
So true.
We
So
never heard
true.
of
Y'all
this
don't
shit.
love her?
We do. It's just we're
How
never
much
going
y'all
to
love
edit
me?
this.
Tell
We're
them
never
how
going to
much
edit
y'all love
this.
me.
All right, well, thank you.
No, but
Where's
not.
your sign? Let me guess.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Guess.
Never had nobody.
She
guess
hadn't
this time.
talked. She hadn't talked enough for me to kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
But I don't want to call you a Libra.
Ooh. She said no.
Let me think. Let me think what her.
Don't worry about it.
No.
Are you a Cancer?
Oh my God! I said no way.
Hold up.
No way. He just ate that up like that
He ate it
quick.
up, bro. Like, no cap.
All
Like,
right, do
that's the
her.
first.
Nah, but hold up. Why'd you say I'm a Cancer though?
I ain't gonna give my secret.
Ooh.
What about her?
Just like
If he get me right, that's.
If he gets you right,
That's.
Aquarius are the fucking best. Well, we already the best,
She
but
got an open personality.
Damn. And you know, we do a zodiac game and we actually suck at this game. He did it the first try.
he flipping it.
He read me.
What?
He read your ass.
He did. He like a quiet.
How you guess you was a Cancer?
No, that was good.
I want to say Libra, but
Damn, what's up with the Libra? No, we're not.
no.
Libras.
I'm just Libras are attached to a lot.
Now I'm over here praying that he get it right. I'm like,
Are you a Virgo?
But you're close.
you are close.
What's the opposite of, well, what's the same?
Aries?
No. What's the same as Virgo? They say the Virgos are just like,
The symbol, they're
not even that. No, I'm saying they say they're very
I ain't
similar.
that deep. I'm deep, but I
y'all
ain't that
toxic.
deep.
Maybe, but they say Virgos and the sign that I am.
What,
that
Pisces?
No,
What?
they say Capricorns. I'm a Capricorn. They say Capricorns and Virgos are
I
just
wouldn't
like.
have never gave you Capricorn. My mom a Capricorn.
Yeah, she's like the male kind. It's like
Yeah.
Wait.
He said, yeah.
Wait. What?
Well, Sagittarius. My daughter's Sag.
Sag.
I'm around a lot of Scorpios.
Oh, me too.
I'm surrounded by Libras.
Everywhere.
See,
got
when
a lot
you
of
ask
Libras,
about
too.
the Libras, like they're them weird ass people.
I dated a Libra, so I feel you.
Hey, that was his first guest on YouTube.
And
He
you
ain't say a Libra.
Yes, he did. He said
I said I wanted to
don't
say.
wanna say
I said I
Libra.
want to say.
That's what
I
he
wanted
said.
to say, but then I knew she wanted a Libra just because certain
So you
things.
thought I was a
that
Libra?
Nah.
All right,
I'm saying,
you-
I
all
wanted
right.
to say it just from certain characteristics, but then it's
get
certain
Libra
things that
energy?
I said that nah, you don't get the
Okay,
energy.
thank you,
It's just
thank you.
certain ways,
Okay.
certain
Okay.
things. You get what I'm saying?
I
It's
feel
all
like
right.
Attitude and personality, right? So Libras are like, they have to be right.
Oh yeah, I don't feel like
Like
that.
they never wrong.
Nah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
got accountability. I take
I took
accountability.
that away from
Thank you. Thank you.
Certain shit you hadn't said. So
Appreciate
I'm
you.
big on that. A lot of people don't believe in the
I
zodiacs
believe
and
in
stuff.
to a certain
It's an
extent, but I
indication.
do think some people are just shitty ass people. When people
No, people
like,
are shitty ass
when
people.
people are like, I would never date this
Yeah,
this
that's-
man beat me. It's like, bitch, that man was
Yeah, he
abusive.
just was
Right.
abusive.
Yeah,
Yeah, he just
right.
went through some shit in his life. But the baseline, when you
Exactly.
take away his anger,
Exactly.
because anger don't have nothing to do with zodiac.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
It's a baseline of your personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your attitude is who you get based
That
upon what you
part.
do to a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you could just be a fucked up person, but if you can get in, everybody has somebody that can break them down.
That's facts.
So everybody knows somebody inside of what it is. It's like
That's
it's
facts.
a 1,000 motherfuckers that be like, that's not Tay. Like you tripping. Like
Yeah.
you ain't gotta fuck with him. I love that nigga.
that's
You know what I'm
facts.
saying? Versus the motherfucker that came in here and spit on the floor and I told you not to spit on the floor. And I'm like, you dumb bitch. Like, you gonna hate me forever because you did some dumb shit. And now I'm a bad person because
Right.
you did some dumb
Exactly.
shit. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? No accountability.
No.
So Monte, let's we gotta ask you our very important question. This is probably one of the most important questions of the day. We ask all our guests to define our keyword progress, and we know you got a great definition for it. What does progress mean to you?
What does progress mean to Monte? Progress means, let's put it inside of in the aspect of life. Progress means to move forward. Progress means to achieve, accomplish. You know what I'm saying? Every day you want to progress inside of something in your life. You know what I mean? Like without progression, you're steadfast. You stuck in one place. So I tell people every day, elevate. You know what I'm saying? If we had to say what progress means. So just those particular things is what progress means to me. If you are a procrastinator, progress. You know what I'm saying? So it just means to move forward. You know what I'm saying? Be proactive.
That part.
Solid.
Man, Monte, this was a powerful, amazing episode.
Yeah.
Man, you are absolutely welcome to come up here anytime that you want.
Y'all gonna have to call me. I ain't gonna ask.
Oh, we gonna be hitting you up. But nah, thank you.
I'm too big for y'all now.
Nah,
Right.
Hey, I promise y'all something on everything I love. I ain't never been too big for nothing.
That's real.
What's up?
Like
real.
everything that I've done, everything that I do, like I appreciate the people because I appreciate y'all. Let me give y'all those flowers.
Thank you.
For even reaching out. You know what I'm saying? Because those that think they're bigger than y'all, because it is.
Yeah.
Those platforms, they not reaching out to us. They going for, when I started my podcast, because I have a podcast, I made it my business that I wasn't gonna go get celebrities. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, everybody thinks they're celebrities or famous or all of the above. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So even though I get that a lot, like, oh, you're a celebrity, my buddy, you're a celebrity, nigga. Like, hey man, I'm Monta. You know what I'm saying? But I'll never get too big, you know, for nobody that gave me an opportunity to share my story, put my voice out here, you know, and be a part of whatever it is. Y'all just don't get too big for me.
Oh no,
never.
It's going up and it's gonna keep going
listen,
up. I see y'all putting the work in.
For sure, that part, man.
Appreciate that for real.
This was a very insightful episode, man. We definitely can't wait to share it with the world. And thank you again for just being transparent.
Thank y'all for
and
having me
sharing
once
the story,
again.
man.
Thank y'all for having me once
so
again.
much.
Keep doing what y'all doing. You
Will
know what I'm
do.
saying? Y'all
Will
make sure
do.
y'all tune in to the progress report.
Rich Homie Quan, that right too.
Yeah. Rich Homie.
The Progress Report.